Our brokerage team philosophy is that we're only as good as the entire team. We take a very collaborative approach. We use a lot of education, training, and support, and that is the reason that we ensure that we are set up for success. It's actually an interesting story. Mortgages was not on my radar. I was looking for a change. I've been self-employed pretty much my whole life. I came across one of my best men for my wedding, who was a successful mortgage broker for about a decade. And he happened to say the word mortgage broker, and I really was interested in what that looked like. So we went for lunch, and as he was telling me about the business, I felt like the Matrix. I felt like everything was falling into place. Very next day, I went and got my license, and that was the start of a very successful and long journey. Customer service is what our company's been built on. It's one of my biggest passions, and to have good customer service, you have to think about all the things that the customer would appreciate to feel confident and comfortable in working with you, and act on all those things ahead of time. That's the biggest thing. People just want to know that they're being taken care of. So being responsive, being available and providing the right advice and being confident about it is our way of providing solid customer service. I think it's more important today to work with a mortgage broker than it has ever been historically. There's over 7,000 different mortgage products across the country. The only way to have access to the majority of those products is to work with a mortgage broker, and we're seeing that in the numbers. The mortgage broker market share continues to rise year over year, and there's no sign that that's going to slow down anytime soon. The relationship. I built my business with my BDM when I started, Kareem Awad, and that level of service, that level of availability has transcended throughout the entire organization as we've grown our partnership. And working with a collaborative partner that cares about our business just as much as we do is the main reason that we're here with 8Twelve. Thinking about being a broker. So I had a client that had a mortgage that was coming up to be funded. The mortgage was set to close on a Friday afternoon, and this was a big purchase for them. They just sold their house. They had all their furniture and their trucks, ready to go. And I get a call saying that we're not going to be able to close this mortgage because their lawyer didn't request the money from 8Twelve, right? And the lawyer's telling them, hey, you need to go get a hotel for the weekend, and you got to tell your trucks to wait for the weekend until we can get this done. Well, I made a call, obviously to my relationship here at the bank, and they were able to pull strings, and at 4 o'clock, that money hit the lawyer's account, and they were able to close the transaction, saving my clients from going through a disastrous weekend, not being able to move into their home. And I've always been grateful for the fact that I have that kind of relationship with 8Twelve Bank, and I'm able to do those kinds of things, to help Canadian families achieve that dream. It's not easy. I think at the end of the day, whatever you're doing, be present at that task. So if you're, working, then be available, be working, spend your time working. And then when you switch gears and you're spending time at home or with your family, then do that. I don't think there's ever the perfect balance, especially if you want to be successful in both. So just be present, be available, be committed to what you're doing, whether it's business or personal. And I think that's the only way that you can try to achieve success.